Julia, you co-organized this event today, and you also shot all these portraits that we have on the walls. Can you tell me about the experience that, about like what you went through? What was your favorite part about doing this project?
Oh, actually, I'm a photographer and a filmmaker, independent one, working in Ukraine and worldwide. And for me, it was the first experience to get to know so many female leaders in one room, thanks to the Academy of Female Leadership. It was kind of the experience of like deep breath and like deep dive into the what means to be a woman on the in a not post-Soviet country, I used to say in the Eastern Partnership country, what is to be a woman now, what is to be a woman in the sphere which is pretend or like used to be non-female one, or which is used to be called like that. And for me, it's kind of the experience of sharing my story, my personal story, through other stories of other female leaders with whom I met.
And how would you sum it up, what it is to be a woman in Eastern European country?
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's still a struggle, but I'm not complaining about that. I'm actually, you know, kind of a maker and driver of changes, and like I know that we still have a lot of things to do, but I'm really thankful to all women who are standing behind my back, for all previous generation who did their job, and thanks to whom I could vote, I could choose my profession, like I could choose the way how to live, I could choose the husband I'd love to marry with, and I do not have to choose someone else thanks to previous traditions or something like that. I'd love to thank the women who did their job before I was born, and now I feel like I'm responsible for these changes. I am the change now, so like I shall to change this world in order for the next generations, that my like daughter would never face with sexism at her workplace, and no one would never say to my daughter that like you should stay home, or like you should marry that man instead of that one.
And you mentioned a personal story, that you're trying to tell a personal story through stories of others. Can you tell me a bit more? What's your personal story?
Oh, actually, the one which is written next to my self-portrait is my professional one. I was an intern in a news agency, making my like first steps in photojournalism. I was super fresh one, like super green one, a newbie, and it was kind of like my first assignment, the reportage, and I was really stressed because of that. And I just came, and that moment there were no other female photographers on that assignment. Thanks God now we are, but that moment there were no one except of me. And when I came, one really kind of like old and so-called professional male photographer, he just said like, oh, here you are, like stockings came, and was like, what? Like, why you are saying that? And I was really angry. That was like the first feeling which I've got that I would never want this happen again to someone else.
So he didn't think you were a photographer, he thought you were like an office manager or something?
No, he was like just joking that like this kind of like men's world of photography, and I'm too young, I'm a woman, so like what I'm doing here with the photography, like I wasn't wearing stockings, you know, like actually it was just he's trying to mockingly saying that. And since that moment I've just made the rule for myself that in any project I'm trying to do, like in any collaboration or documentary, firstly, like at first I've just invite female professionals and then male if my female colleagues like had no time or had a lot of other assignments. So that's the rule which I did, and I'm sure that it is a change, because like thanks to the idea of sisterhood and thanks to the idea that like we've got this girls' power, we could change it together, because like one voice means only one voice. It could be really silent one. Now we have like 15 voices, but I'm sure that we could get like more and more. And today, in the like before the opening, when we've just put all the portraits on the walls, I was like, okay, I'm dreaming that we could put like thousands of portraits and just full all the gallery and even the ceiling and even the floor is just with female leader faces, saying that like we exist, we are changing this world like right now. Are you with us? That's it.